Hello, dear viewer. Thank you for joining me for your daily pick a card reading. I would like you to choose the leaf that really appeals to your intuition. Choose the one that your gut tells you should choose. And I'll put the timestamps in the description so that you can find your particular pile of cards quickly. All right. And for those of you who chose this first leaf, this yellow one, we've got the Ace of Wands, we've got the Queen of Coins, and we've got the King of Swords. So this is really an interesting reading. It's not, like I said, when it doesn't have a major arcana, it might not be any major shifting happening today. However, these cards do have some power. We've got the King of Swords and the Queen of Coins, and an opportunity that Spirit is wanting you to take. The Ace of Wands, that's an opportunity. That's sort of like given to you. So you may encounter an opportunity today that you certainly feel like you have the energy to take on. And it may be even a little something that's really interesting, gives you a little fire. It may be a goal. It can be a small goal. But a lot of times these aces, they'll start out as something small and turn into something big. So we have the Queen and the King tells me that you certainly have the maturity to deal with this today, a stability today. This is a day of feeling stable. If your health feels like it's stable, you feel like you're not terribly stressed out today because you've got the Earth Mother here, giving you that sense of, the ground is firm under your feet. The King of Swords suggests to me that for some of you, this is your energy, and that means that you have a plan, you have a well thought out plan, and you're sticking to it, or you're just using your logic and doing what makes sense. Your intellect may be on fire today. It may be sort of like, okay, this is what I'm doing that logically makes sense, regardless of how people feel about it. It can be that too sometimes. But if this is somebody in your environment that is not you, then, that's sometimes a little bit, I don't know, can be a little challenging because the King of Swords can be kind of stern. But, I think with the King of Swords, if you understand that really they're trying to do what logically makes sense, and maybe they just may not be thinking about all the other things right now, like how people feel and, all of the complicated issues. They may be simplifying things down to, okay, I'm doing what makes logical sense. And so that can sometimes help when you're dealing with somebody like that to remember that that's what they're thinking. And they might have parts to their logic, aspects, factors they're considering that you're not aware of. So you're wondering why they're thinking this way or whatever, but it may be logical. And even if they're stern, it's not that they're unhappy with you, it's that they want this to be done. They want it to be done. They want people to see it their way. So it's a good day. It's a good day. But it's just one of those days where you have a mixture of things going on, I think. Okay, so for those of you who chose this lovely dark and red maple leaf, isn't that interesting? I had to pick that one. Let's see what your cards are. We have the Three of Wands, we have the Eight of Swords, and we have the Page of Swords. Okay. All right. So you know what I'm seeing here. Today is not a day, and this isn't a huge major shift day or anything like that. It may be more of the same, but where you're feeling like you've put in some time and effort and you're waiting for your ship to come in. You're waiting for that to pay off, right? And it isn't yet. So you're still kind of watching and waiting. And in fact, you might feel even a little bit trapped by that, like your thoughts. This is it. When we have put time and effort into something and we're going toward a goal, before it pays off, while we're still waiting, sometimes we can feel stuck in a rut, right? The Eight of Swords. But you know what this card is telling me? Those are thoughts around you. And they're not well-developed thoughts. The Page of Swords, he has a sword, he has a thought, but they're not well-developed. They're not necessarily all that logical. They're just a thought. So a lot of these swords, if you are feeling like stuck in a rut because you're waiting so long, Don't worry. Don't worry. They're mostly, these are just thoughts. They're not anything real. They're not even really logically thought out. Sometimes journaling will help us to to identify the thoughts that are kind of attacking us. The way this Page of Swords will kind of throw that sword around with, he's not skilled, doesn't know what he's doing. So it's good to kind of identify those thoughts and then really reason them out and realize, wait a minute, I'm making this worse than it is. It's not that bad. Like this woman can wiggle out of that loose rope and take her blindfold off and walk straight out of those swords. So any barriers you're thinking are there because you're waiting, it's taking a while, are not true barriers, is what I guess I'm saying. So it's good to examine those. All right. And for those of you who chose this little yellow leaf, the little ginkgo, let's see what yours are. We have the Knight of Cups. We have, oh, these are lovely cards. Not Major Arcana. Oh, no. The High Priestess is. Okay, no wonder I said ooh. Because these are, yeah, we do have one Major Arcana, and boy, is it a Major Arcana. So this is about your intuition, your understanding. You have things happening deep within you that may be hard to put into words. Because, see, the High Priestess doesn't speak with her mouth. So it may be hard to put them in words, but they're really kind of beautiful. They're spiritual things. So what's and I feel like you have that feeling today. Like today you have some moments where it feels kind of pleasant, like something good is happening here, and you get some good news. I don't know if it's actual good news for some of you, it may be, but it may be just this feeling, this insight, this epiphany with the High Priestess. It could just be an awareness or an epiphany or something your intuition is telling you that it just feels good, like, oh, this is going to be good. Something new in my life that's been here but is developing is going to really be even better. It's that kind of feeling. And in fact, may get you your wish. The Nine of Cups, this man has all that he could want, and he is enjoying that at the moment. He is saying, yes, it is fulfilled. So I do think this Knight of Cups is bringing the feeling like whatever changes are happening, it's going to lead to a sense of fulfillment in that area. So these are beautiful cards. All right. So for those of you who chose this pure red maple leaf, we have the Seven of Wands, we have the Two of Cups, and we have the Eight of Wands. So we don't have a major arcana here, but you're standing your ground. That's for darn sure. You've been maybe kind of busy. There's a lot of things moving forward. Wands can be goals. They can be tasks. They can also simply be thoughts and ideas, plans. I want to do this. Not well thought out. I mean, not like these incredibly detailed and elaborate plans. Those would be swords. But more like, I want to do this, and I want to do that, and I want to do the other things. So there may be a lot of things happening today or want to's, kind of being launched today. But it's okay. They're all going in the right direction. So that's a good thing. I mean, it's all for the greater good. It's going in the right direction. So stand your ground with it, even if it feels kind of busy or your mind is busy. The Two of Cups is lovely because that means that you may have an interaction with someone today where you're enjoying the sense that you see eye to eye, that you're talking to someone who is an equal. You're having a mutually beneficial kind of interaction. And this could be about a relationship in your life right now that is that way. It's sort of like two people seeing eye to eye. It can be a pact or an agreement, actually. A promise. Yeah, let's do it. Yes, we see this. Yes, let's move forward. So these are a lot of forward movement, and you'll be forward movement in some areas, standing your ground in others, but boy, look at the wands in this one. You have the energy to handle it today. All right. Well, I thank you so very much, and please join me tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.